Alright, let's do this. How is everybody doing? It's 2023. How's everybody doing? Saturday afternoon, early afternoon here for me. How's everyone? Super last minute stream announcement. I was in a rush to try and get stuff done with the missus. We were baking donuts and stuff with the kids. A lot of fun, but super messy. So yeah, here we are. I've got about an hour and a half. So yeah, let's get right into it. So last time I was talking about building a custom LEM, right? Typically, this is fine. This is 100% fine. People will they get to the moon, they get the LEM from our capsules, which looks beautiful and amazing, and it's really nice, and I really like it. And they do this, and then they fly it, and it's great. I am tempted to try and, well, you know me, my obsession with trying to do everything using procedural parts, right? So what I wanted to do is to try and build a custom lunar module, but to use the let me get this guy here. Where is it? Playing this guy first. So what I was tempted to do, and I did a few dry runs to see if this could actually work, and good news and bad news. So basically I wanted to do this. I wanted to use the command seat and really have a proper, default kind of custom made lunar module thing, right? We weren't going to be using the pre-made capsules. This was going to be really a custom design, and I just kind of want to show you guys what I came up with just really quickly. So the idea would be to have the seats roughly about here, and then there would be another one of these guys here. We'd have the engine in here. I'm going to go super quick just so you guys have a bit of an idea of kind of what I was brainstorming in my mind when I was trying to figure out if this could actually be done. You'd have that. We'll just grab a set of quads to give it the right look. Where are these guys? Yeah. Nope. There we go. Like that. Right, so that's about that, and then we'd have a couple of tanks for the fuel. We'll do that. Grab it. Thank you. Right, so you can kind of start to see it's starting to look like I'm going really, really fast here right now, right? But you can get the idea of what this was supposed to start looking like, right? And then we would use let's do that. Let's go. Yeah. And then I was going to do something like this. Do that. And then you'll see we'll go foil and foil. And then, that's one exit, or one side closed. And then we could have also grabbed another one, actually the back one. Sorry. Grab this guy, give it the shape of the hollow cylinder. Bring it to 3 again, just a little more. Do something like that, right? So you can kind of start to see what this is supposed to be, right? You can clearly tell would have been the ascent stage of this of the Lunar module, basically, right? And the plan was to just want to bring it up a bit so we're not so close to the floor. So, like, really kind of rough sketch, you know, do something to that effect. Obviously, this is going to be a little higher, but this is really rough. And then we could have had Kerbalisms here, some of the scrubbers in the back, and kind of replicate, you know, the rack at the back that you've got, that sort of like rectangular bulge you have at the back of the LEM. That's where all the avionics and batteries and fuel cells were stored. And I was going to use this guy here because I was going to use it. That was going to be the front entrance, because this guy, you can configure it as, I don't know how well you guys can see this, but the center one here is crew transfer tunnel, right? So this would have been our front hatch opening. I'm just gonna get rid of this guy for now. I cannot. I'm gonna get rid of this guy just for now. That's quite a compliment. I appreciate that, Big Master. My rough sketch looks better than most of your modules. With practice comes improved abilities, I suppose. Will it fit in the S4? It will. It will. I'm going too fast. I'm trying to really hurry up here because we don't have a lot of time, but yeah. So if you look at the size, we're roughly in the same size, right? So I mean, we've got a lot more bulk here that we can work with, but I mean, you know, this is not final config. So this would have been the layout. This would have been somewhere around here to act as the door, the front hatch. I would have used something to try and make a floor so that the guys inside could actually walk on. And there would have been another one of these on top. This isn't the actual node attachment I would use, but on top. And then we would have placed here the, where is it coupling? Is it here? Where is it? Apollo. There we go. Boom. Right. So super rough sketch, but basically you've got the general feel of, you know, what this would have looked like, been like. But the problem and why this, I think, can't really work is I did some tests where I put a couple of guys on a service module. Like, I took 2 seats, strapped them onto a service module, put them in orbit with all the life support systems according to what the consumption rates would be per Kerbalism. Kerbalism. I speak English officially as a second language. Trust me. Don't ask. But yeah, so I put 2 guys on a service module tank, put the right amount of food, water, oxygen for 2 days. The problem is there aren't any actual configs that regulates the use of the seats for Kerbalism food and stuff consumption. So the duration you've got is really limited by the EVA suit by default, and you've got 6 hours of EVA on orbit time available to you, and that's it. And 6 hours is too little, because when the time comes to actually up and leave the moon and all of the stuff that you do on the moon, like, you guys know, when you EVA, your grammar be good. I know, I went to school. It's very good. It'd be very good. Stay in school. Don't stay in drugs. Don't do school. So I was going to do that, but yeah, limitations with how this works, I think, is actually going to prevent that. So plan B is going to be, we'll use this guy here 2-seater capacity, and then we can use this as our replacement of the actual cabin plus seats. And then we'll try, damn right I got my grade 10. I done did. So yeah, and if you look at the size of, so we've got some room to work with, right? The base of the LEM is really kind of what takes up the most room. I may or may not use the actual pre-made base for no other reason than to try and limit part count. Because I think our Saturn V has around 220, and building the custom lunar module is going to add probably about, just the ascent stage would probably be about another 40 pieces. And if we were to also work on the descent stage, I've done this in the past before and it looks great, it works great, it's fun. But if the part count is reasonable for the ascent stage, then we might also go ahead and do a custom descent stage and replicate this. But for functionality purposes, I think we might end up just using the actual pre-built one, just because it's you know, performance is going to matter at some point. Not a Big Master. Is it going to be heavier this way? Not necessarily. This thing, if you use it like the way it is, you're close to 5 metric tons. This guy is 1.6, so we've got some room, but it'll be up to us to try and you know, make it work. So are we going LEM or LEM? What are we doing? LEM or LEM? I polled you guys about this and I was actually really surprised that most people preferred LEM like this. And I was really expecting people to go with this guy. That's actually how I prefer it, but that's me. I'm assuming everyone is safe is in 112 since they just recently made B2B. I have we got two LEMs, LEM 3, 4. All right, we'll do that. I do have a working 112 installed, and I ported the save onto it just to see if it will work, and it really mostly does. The problem is the textures on this guy when you use the Saturn variant is super warped. Like, the stringers here look really nice and everything, but the textures on this guy and the other one are completely borked. The Centaur is completely borked. All of the avionics on top is completely crapped out. So I'd have to rebuild. The Saturn V would end up looking like crap because I don't know if they fixed the textures yet, but basically I did see that they ported over to BDB. I actually did, when I was just playing by myself, I did a side-by-side comparison of the RO command and service module with the Blue Dog command and service module. And honestly, I kind of feel like it's give or take as to which one is better. I think some things are better on the one and then some things are better on the other. So sticking with what we've got from RO is fine by me. I think it looks really good. I think it looks amazing. Blue Dog is super awesome, don't get me wrong. But yeah. So let's begin. This is probably going to take more than one stream to complete, and I hope it's going to look good, but we'll see what we come up with. But I make no guarantees. Disclaimer. So we'll do that. We'll bring this guy up a bit. Unless... Hold on. We'll bring it up, yeah. Something like that. I'm hoping to try and avoid some of this, but we'll see. Like, that's not too bad. So again, that we'll work the basics in. So like the engine, we'll get that in. We'll get the quads in. Now, do we want... We could either rock these guys, which have a weight of about 18.2 kilos each, or we could rock these guys at 12.8 kilos. So say 13 versus 18 kilograms. So that's a 5 kilogram savings times 4 is a 20 kilogram savings. Not huge of an improvement, but I feel like this is probably bigger than we need. So we'll go ahead and rock these guys. Like that, roughly. Oh, not like that. Oh, let me do something first, actually. I've got... You know what I'm going to do? Hold on. I'm going to do something here real quick. What we're going to do is... Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Let's get... By the way, happy 2023, everybody. I know it's a January 7th and we're a week into the year, but personally, I had a really good time in the holidays. I spent some time with the family. My parents got to see the grandkids again, and you know, the diet restrictions went out the window, and it was a lot of late night sleeping, a lot of gaming with friends. So overall, like a really good year, a good start to the year, a lot of good times in the holidays. I don't know what it is you guys celebrate. Personally, my family and I, we've always celebrated Christmas, and yeah, like it was a really good time. I hope everybody had a really good time there as well. I hope the holidays, whether it's Christmas or Hanukkah or Kwanzaa or whatever it is you guys do, I hope you guys had a really good time, and I hope the New Year's started off well. And here's to everybody having an even better year this year than we did last year. You know, so God bless every one of you, and yeah, let's make the channel even better this year. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to grab a part of this, and we're going to call it Apollo LEM template. Just whatever, template. There, we'll do that. So we can call it something else so we don't wreck the main save. And I'm going to get rid of no, I need that. I can get rid of everything below that. That's good. I will make this the root part. We'll get rid of... Actually, you know what? No, we're going to keep that. What else can we get rid of? We can get rid of that. We'll get rid of this. We'll get rid of that. We'll get rid of this. Those. That. Personally, I agree that I find the deck stuff better since it kind of matches the tone of Aro slightly more. Yeah, like I love what the BDB team does. Some of the texturing, I find the RO stuff was better, but I mean that's personally just me, you know. On the subject of building a LEM, what about the rover? Soon. I have built a custom rover in the past. We might do that as well again. It's super fun to do. The only problem is either we do like a historical kind of rover where it folds up, but then we have to install Infernal Robotics to do it, or we kind of MacGyver something that's not foldable, and I don't know, maybe Lunar motorcycles. I don't know. We'll you know, we're not there yet, but we'll figure something out. So I'm just getting rid of the most amount of detailing so that we can just use this. And what we're gonna do is, this is going to become the means by which we can judge how much room we've got to use. Make sense? Internal landings, will you follow the Apollo realistic in terms of there's gonna be progression, yeah. Like the first landing is gonna be just land, you know, just land, get back, done, right? That's gonna be the first landing. There's gonna be some targeted landings, and we'll try and go and see some stuff we've landed in the past, because that's always kind of fun to do. Like, it's kind of weird. Like, I know it's just a game, and I know like the passing of the time is fake. It's not real passing of the time in game. But it's always kind of neat when you actually revisit something you built and flew and launched like in actual several months ago. And then it's just, I don't know, it kind of feels real that that thing's been sitting there for all this time, right? So I always thought that was kind of fun to do. So we'll do that. So let me, where's the, I need to bring this guy up. And then we'll use that as, all right, we'll make a sub-assembly. LEM template is what we'll call this. Boom. And now the use with that is every now and then we can kind of do a fit check to see if we're doing okay. Which is good and important, and it matters. So, for example, we'd do that, we'd grab this, and we'd go, oh, okay. You can install it, and then you can kind of go and say, okay, yeah, we got, like, for example, the quads. How far can I put these guys up? I can bring these guys out more. I can all the way here. Great, fantastic, you know, if I wanted to do that. The further out they are, the more authority they're going to have, right? Pitch and yaw, including roll. That. Oh, one too much. So we'll do that. We'll start with having them here-ish. I know what we can do as well, actually, to get the positioning right. So we'll get rid of this guy. We don't need this. Don't need that. NASA tried on his... And 9 tried on his first landing to perform a targeted landing at 1 is... Shot 40 kilometers, yeah. It's not easy, man. Like, you really... It might be on the second try, it might be on the third, but you basically, you have to... You kind of have to figure out, the way I've done it in the past, and I managed, when I tried it, I had managed to land within, I think, 500 meters. Less than that, like 200 meters of my target. So I was kind of happy about that. But you kind of have to, like, you have to have a targeted descent rate, like your vertical speed, like you have a do not exceed, and you have like a targeted descent rate that you want to kind of maintain. And the next thing is, if your target is at a certain spot, you know, you could use like create like a node above it. And then, you know, if you're, like, for example, 5 minutes and 25 seconds away, that's when you start your burn to slow down. And then if you do that using trajectories, you can do a pretty good job of targeting it. It's not easy, but targeted landing is pretty hard. But there's ways. There's ways. So what we'll do is we'll do that. And you're probably seeing where I'm going with this, but... See, so we know we can bring these guys out here. It is to our advantage to do that, because the farther away these guys are from the center mass, right? The farther these guys are away from the center mass, the greater the moment arm, right? So the greater the moment arm, the greater the authority to either yaw or pitch and roll, including and roll. So we'll do that, and then the other thing we'll do is fuel. This guy is 560 seconds. Okay. That delta V, and then we will use 2 tanks. Do we want it? I definitely love a lot of the upgrades they've done for for 112. Like it's brilliant. There's a lot of really nice improvements, but oh yeah, so about 112. My plan would be to kind of finish Apollo. We'll finish Apollo on 110, and then once we're ready to transition to whatever comes next, Shuttle, Skylab, or whatever. Then we'll transition to 112, because then that could be like a nice kind of break. How's it going, Triceratops? So I don't know how you all feel about that, but I think that's a pretty good idea. So per the actual LEM design, we're going to use, is it high pressure? It's got to be high pressure. Yeah, high pressure. Obviously, we're going to go and get the best that we've got because we need max performance. High pressure, so that we'll just fix this one here. GUI. We'll get gold. Where is it? Gold metallic. It's too bad you can't get the foil look on these guys. Oh, wait a minute. Maybe. Hold on just a second. Cone filleted. We'll do that. Oops. 94. We'll get the foil here. Haha. And then I have no idea how big this has to be. We'll just guesstimate it at 1.3. You get them to match, and then you just max this guy out, and boom, you got yourself a nice sphere. Are you thinking of making the transition between Apollo Lunar application? I don't know. How do you all feel about KSP2? I mean, KSP2 is exciting for sure, but it's also a really big unknown, right? Like, nobody really knows how well they've done it until we actually start playing. And what I mean by that is stuff like, is there going to be stuttering still? Is the garbage collection going to be better? Obviously, all of these things are going to be better, but I mean, like, how much? Like, if I make a 300 part, 400 part ship, how different is it going to run in KSP2 versus KSP1? What about load time? So all like the performance and stability aspects is what I'm really looking forward to know. But the good thing is they are working off a much improved base design because they started from scratch correctly, unlike KSP, which back in the day started off as this experimental test project that people could, in a company that wasn't even in a game company, believe it or not, could use to practice doing stuff. So the base core engine and everything on KSP1 is just utter garbage, and you can only do so much with updates and that kind of stuff, right? We'll never be as good as KSP1 or RP1 are very likely the only stay in the first. These, but the current dev. All their OOs and devs and B2B devs have stated they will make the transition if it takes a while. So yeah, like that's the thing. Like, I'm definitely gonna get into KSP2 when it's out and about and all that kind of stuff. But I am definitely wondering what it's going to be like with the devs for our RO. That's where I'm at with the game. So we'll see. we will see. And obviously, like, some of the devs on RP1 and RO have been at it for a really long time. So it just makes sense that at some point they're going to want to move on to something else, right? Like, the amount of hours, the sheer amount of hours the devs have put into getting us where we are with RP1 and everything else is ridiculous. Like, these guys don't really get paid to do what they do, right? So at some point, if they want to go, like, I'm done with this, I'm sick and tired, I will not fight them to do that. It's within their rights, very much so. So what we need is, so we've got a which is heaviest? What is the fuel distribution? One tank is going to be oxidizer, the other tank is going to be fuel. I am trying to remember which tank is what. Okay, so the one on the right is Aerosine. Yeah, this guy. So what we'll do is, where is it? Tank UI. We'll do, oh, dang it. Tank UI. We'll do this. So Aerosine 50, boom. We'll do that. I don't know how much we need. And then this guy is going to be nitrogen tetroxide. Tetroxide, NTO. And NTO, boom. So if we're, I'm just going to take my phone, I'm going to do some quick maths. The engine is rated for 560 seconds. Let's go for 570, just so we've got a bit more in the tank. So if we go 570 seconds times 2.182 liters, 2.182, yeah, we should be at 1243 units of this guy. We're close to that. What is it? We'll close. There's 950. Hold on. I gotta write something down. I'm gonna make some notes here. I gotta write the math down just so that I know how much helium to put in as well. It's gonna be a pain in the butt to get the right numbers, but whatever. It's gotta get done. At some point, I am gonna have to set up a webcam so that you guys actually see what I'm doing. Aerosine 50 is going to be 12, so 1243.7. 1243.7 liters. Helium H2 for this is going to be an NTO. Helium. That's not helium. Helium is HE. HE. So 1243 units of Aerosine 50. How much helium do I need? 54.14. 54.14 times 570 is 31,000 units. So 31,000 units of helium divided by 2 is 15,000 units. 15,500 units per tank. So we'll have a slight excess in helium. Nitrogen tetroxide is going to be 570 seconds times NTO 2.167. Yep. So that gives us 1,235. See, it's such a small difference between the two. There we go. And lovely sound of paper. So 1243 units. Okay. So we've got a little too much here. We'll do 1243. 1243. 0.7, so we'll put it at 0.4, and if we do that, we'll get how much room for helium? Helium, 21,000. That's actually not bad. That's actually a little bit more than what we need. Okay, interesting. Why am I not using the fuel from the pre-made numbers? Because I'm actually... I can do that if I wanted to, but I'm actually splitting the fuel in the different tanks. Because if you just use the, the pre-made mix, right? Maybe not this guy. If I was to do that, so we'll remove the helium, then boom. So the way it's set up is it'll automatically mix both fuel and oxidizer within the same tank, right? But the reason the LEM had this kind of weird... am I going to run RCS off of it? Maybe. I don't know. I'm actually not sure what the real LEM did. If it used... I'm actually really not sure if the RCS was... Hold on. Hold on, people. See... Yeah, see, it had different tanks, because you can see it here, like... Reaction control, so RCS, pressure, helium, reaction control fuel, Aerozyne 50. It had its separate... tank in the back here, right? And then this guy here was the oxidizer, right? So it's got separate tanks, and I would prefer to do it like that because it's easier to get a really solid idea of how much Delta V you actually have got on board, because you never know how much RCS fuel you're going to use. So I'd rather eliminate that that risk of confusion, if you will, if that makes sense. It doesn't make much sense to me to have the RCS on a separate propellant. The LEM for what did they use? I think it was monomethyl hydrazine, I think, but I'm not 100% sure. Oh, no, I meant take the fuel numbers from RO's ascent stage. Well, yeah, we sure, but we know the engine is rated for 560 seconds, so I'm actually running it for an extra 10 seconds, 570. We'll see once this thing is kind of fully built what sort of margins that gives us, if it's not, is it enough or not. If we want more, then we'll increase the size, and I'll redo that math real quick. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and monomethyl hydrazine is like a really good, like highly efficient, RCS fuel. So that's why they went and did that. So we'll do the same as well. So I need 1244. I can drop this down just a bit, and we'll see if we can. It's locked. Oh. So we'll do that. We'll bring it to 1.39. 0.39 and 1.39. Like that. Boom. And if we do that, how much do we get? Tank UI. Remove Aerozyne 50 is, I need 1243, so 124344. Update, if we do that, 1244, helium is at, that's actually really bang on. That gives us an exceeding amount of an extra 63 units of helium. That's perfect. So we actually need slightly less nitrogen tetroxide, so what we'll do is we'll use the same size on both tanks, and we'll just have to we will just have to tool the one. Where is NTO? That and helium. So we need, go away, 1 2 3 5. Oh, update. There we go. Helium. Boom. Oh, that's too small. So this guy takes up more room. So we'll bump this guy. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. There we go. Let's do that again. Where is it? Boom. Do that. Is that still good? Remove. Add. 1 2 3 5. Update. So again, these numbers are for an extra 10 seconds of burn time over the rated burn time. Separate helium orbs, I could. That's an interesting proposition. You know what? I don't dislike that idea, actually. I don't dislike that idea. You just might be onto something there, bud. You know what? Yeah, let's do that. I love that. I love it. Good idea. Let's do that. So, this is for... I'll get this rid of that. Remove all thanks. Alright. Put that here. I know I can trick it now. No, too much. Let's go 3 7. And if we go tank UI, here's line 50. 1 2 6 5. That's a little bit too much. We'll try 3 6. Remove, and then Arizine, 1 2 3 8. That's a little shy. So we'll do 1 3 6 5, and then whatever we get out of that will be what we use. Well, thanks. Here's line 50. We'll just round that out to 1. So we've got 1251, which is pretty good. And now to try and optimize the size of this guy, what we'll do is tank UI. We'll remove all the tanks. Remove. Oh wait, there's nothing in here, right? There we go. Yeah. Nitrogen tetroxide. Okay, so we do that. I know where this is too high, so I know we can shrink this guy down. We'll shrink it down to. That's going to be too little for sure. Let's try 6. Remove tanks and NTO. 1 2 3 8. That's actually pretty bang on. We needed 1 2 3 5. We've got 1 2 3 8. So that's pretty damn good. Cross feed. Why am I not getting actual numbers here? Are these not high pressure? That's fine. It's scary as hell. I don't know if it's scary as hell. I mean, we should be able to get... The numbers are pretty easy to get for how much helium you need. And you can... Helium is light, so you can pack on a bit more. That's not an issue. That's really not an issue. Why am I not... Huh? Where's the crossfeed? Is it not on? high pressure and high pressure. Both of these are high pressure. Why is it not registering? Am I missing something? That's bizarre. Okay. This guy is 136. Okay. One 38.1. Okay, that's bizarre. Ah, damn it, wrong one. Radial. Do that. Sure, core texture gold, sure. This guy needs to be gold. D36. That, thank you, Y. Boom. Wait a minute, it's less? 136. 139. Really odd. Huh. Whatever. We'll keep it. It's good and close enough. We'll do that. Do this. This guy needs to be 1365 ish. We'll save. We'll get rid of this. The fuel here. 136. We'll try 137. Thank you, I. Well, thanks. Thank you, Y. Oh, I know. I'm an idiot. I am a moron. I was not. I forgot to put helium in the things. That's why we were not getting any delta V readouts. Good job, Calvin. Good job. Thank you, I. That gives us 1267, which is a little high. How about that? Airline 50. That's a little high still. 1245. That's pretty bang on. Okay. Ooh, what is? What are the residuals on this thing? %. Okay, 1.6% of. I'm using time as the metric. 0.0156 times 560, 8 seconds. So we've rated it for 10 seconds, so that should actually pretty be good. So, do we want the foil ones? Damn, which tanks do we want? 50. Which tanks do you guys actually prefer? I'm curious. Foil or shiny? Which ones do you guys like? Skybound says foil. Saber says foil. We've got 2 foils. I guess we'll use the foil. 139, 138. Wait, what? 1284. 1245. That's got too much. That's got a bit too much. Haha, I've been foiled. I have been foiled. I have been foiled. How'd that whole thing start anyways? Alright, get rid of this guy. So this is the nitrogen, which is denser than the aerosine, which is why it's closer. Yeah, you do that. You know what you've done. So we'll do that. This is obviously not going to be exactly what it needs to be. So helium. For the helium, I'm going to use these. I want these to be nice and silver. That, again, will get the best that we need. We'll get the RCS amount settled first. Open that. This is going to be silver. Silver metallic and silver metallic. We will get this to be... Oops. That these guys are going to be monomethyl hydrogen and nitrogen oxide. We'll do that. So if we about that, that's a little too tall and a little too big. We'll do that. Actually, we'll do that and that. $23. Just 0.5. That's gonna be enough. Remove that. Helium will be 500 a piece. 1919. That would weigh what? 50 kilograms a piece. 200 kilograms. Something like that. That's not centered. Sorry. Apologies. It's kind of annoying. It's not 1, 2, and 1, 2. By the way, started a new game in Dwarf Fortress. No idea what that is. I've never heard about it. Messing with the name editor. My new group is called The Mighty Monkey of Scratches and Settlement the Hairy Bum. There it is. Alright. Looks like you've been foiled. Again. Why am I not getting... Why is the elevation different? That makes no sense. Off to the side and off to the side and one again and one again. Obviously the tanks are going to move around because none of the placement is going to be definitive, at least not now. Look at that. Now, one thing I'm tempted to do that I've done in the past, so a lot of the placement here is going to be temporary right now. We need to get some stuff right. Yeah, it's going to shift around. Actually, you know what I'm going to... No, not what I want to do, sorry. I am going to, in the interest of... I'm really not sure where I'm going to put all of these tanks and stuff yet. That's going to change. Will not use, so these will be, so the cylindrical ones will be what we're going to be using for RCS fuel, and the round ones, where is it? This is going to be the helium spheres. So we'll do that. Tank UI. Le helium. We will need about... Okay, so these guys, is this too much RCS? I feel like this is a lot. 20 apiece times 4 would be 80. Maybe, you know, I'm going to leave it like that, and we'll see what we end up with in terms of actual delta V. Gotta head out. Don't think I'll be back before you end the stream. I'm ending the stream in about 20 to 30 minutes. I want to wish you and your family happy new year, and see you next night. Thanks, man. Much appreciated. Might continue the stream tonight. Part 2 might be tonight. Part 2 might be tomorrow. To be determined. My schedule is always kind of hit and miss. You never really know what you're going to get. So as always, I know I didn't do that today, but like I normally try to give a bit of a heads up to everybody so that you guys know when I'll be doing what I'm doing. But normally, if I do like a part 1 in the afternoon like this on a Saturday, I try to do part 2 in the evening, but I don't know what my evening right now is going to be like, so I will let you guys know. I'll let you guys know whether there's a stream or not tonight, regardless, so that you guys can at least, if you want to join or not, plan accordingly. How's that? How is that? So the amount of helium we have here is 450 apiece. Okay. So what we'll do, just to make our lives more complicated, because why wouldn't you if you're me? We will go remove symmetry. No, what am I doing? You know what I'm thinking about? And I'm not sure. What menu is this up on? There we go. I need this guy to be. I'm actually wondering. Do you still need these tanks to be? I guess they would still need to be high pressure, even if you don't store the helium in here. Hello, Cube. welcome to the stream. So what I want to do, I want to so we need 1919, and then okay, hold on. Oh, le téléphone. We'll close that down. I don't know why that's ringing. Do not disturb. I hope the sound of that ringer isn't copyrighted in any way, so that I don't get docked on the stream. So we needed about 15,000 units of helium. Actually, you know what? I've got a better idea. What we'll do. We'll do that. We need about... So remove. So we'll close this guy down. We'll close this guy down. We'll get this guy to be a lot bigger. Remove all tanks, and then we'll go do that. 560 seconds is going to be... What is 560 seconds? 60 times 7 is 470, so it's obviously more than that. 60 seconds times 9. So it's 9.5 minutes is what we're looking at here. And if we do that, 9.5. So we'll just do that and then reset it, and then okay. So we would need 32,000 units of helium just for the ascent stage, and then the RCS themselves are using 4 times 450 units of helium. 4 times 450, so that's 900, 1800. So 1800 plus 32,000, we need 33,800 units of helium. So 34,000 units of helium is what we need. How much helium do we get in this single tank? Le tank UI, helium, boom. So we need 34,000. That's too small of a tank. We'll make that bigger. So if we do that, and we get 63 units, 63. Actually, you know what? Better idea. I want 6 tanks, 3 on either side. So we'll do 34,000 divided by 6 tanks. Leads us, or gives us, over 6 to 5,670 units per tank of helium. So this is a little bigger than we need. So we'll get it to be remove diameter. We'll do, what about 37? What about 37.5? Helium, too small. 38. Helium, 54. I'm looking for 5670 is the number I'm looking at. Helium. Okay, why? Oh, wait, this is too high. I was right. Here. 5670. This is too much. That's too much. 567. There we go. 3870. That's what we need. And then we'll get 6 of these guys. Tank UI. Tank UI. Now what we'll do is that this will get remove and remove. And then what we'll do is this guy will be tank UI. This guy will be only nitrogen tetroxide, and this guy will be only monomethyl hydrazine. Tank UI. Boom. So if we do that, we've got 83 units of, yeah, so that's about, so 40, 41, and 41. Initially, when we had them neatly divided per tank, we had 19.7, so about 20 per tank times 4, so about 80 units. And right now we're at just a little bit over that at 83 units. And then this matches exactly that quantity, so. And then for this guy, can I that's going to be the helium. Boom. Helium, helium, helium. So we've got 34,277 units, and we needed 33,800. And that's just 6 kilograms. I mean, like, having extra helium is just like, you don't really care. It's just so light. This weighs in at 5.2 tons, which is still somewhat light. There we go. Close this guy off. How much delta V does that actually give us right now? 9 minutes and 30 seconds. We're close to the 9-minute end. So 560 seconds was 9 minutes and 9.5 minutes. 9.5 times 60 is 570. So we'll have to actually bump these tanks up a bit. If we go, let's say that. Tank UI, nitrogen tetroxide, we'll do that, boom. And then we'll have to increase this guy as well. $926. Erzine. 926, not bad. How much does the actual pre-programmed LEM have? Nope, why? It's not a good readout. $21.73, 2,200. 2,200. We've got more than that. Obviously, this is going to get a little heavier as we add a few more things, but 2430. So we'll leave it at that for now. We'll have to switch the tanks around just to kind of find the right sort of balance until we can get this guy really nice and low. We'll have to get triple digit zeros there, but basically this is the idea. Okay. So this is a bit of a, oh, I know what else we need that we can get on quickly is coupling. Obviously we need that. Obviously we need that. Like that. I'm debating using FASA conveniently has this kind of a kit that's just all the antennas, right? Could be interesting to use. Not haven't decided upon that yet, but that could be interesting to use. But we'll see. We will see whether or not we want to do that. So the rough look is this. Now we're going to need some fuel cells. I think the smartest thing to do with that would be these guys would need to be here. Like that. Closer. Are they touching? They're gonna touch. I'm gonna enclose all of this so that it doesn't stick out like that, because it kind of looks ridiculous, but we're gonna close all of that. I mean, like, it's got right now what I'm basically, this is really kind of like the, if you peel the skin off underneath, what it's going to look like is that. But what I'm aiming to have ish is something like that. Right? So if you were to peel off the mylar skin on the LEM, what you would see underneath is this kind of caged structure, right? It's just like this truss structure with all the tanks, you know, hidden in underneath, right? And but you can see how the docking probe is, you know, nested in something here. There would be skin all over this, so we're going to basically do something to that effect, and that's going to kind of complete the look. That's going to make it look really weird, but you know, we will know that beneath that we've got all this tankage and stuff. So I like doing that kind of a build. It's fun to know that underneath the skin there's an actual structured design to it. But what we will need next is fuel cells, because we're not producing anything right now, electrical wise. And we are consuming less than a watt. Obviously, we're going to need something for, I think, at about a watt a second, or a kilowatt a second, sorry. Have you watched Artemis 1? What is your engineering point of view on SLS, Spaceship 1, New Glenn? Yeah, I watched the launch. I think anybody that has a mild interest in space watched the launch. It's cool to see it finally go up and do its thing, for sure. 3 days is good. Food, 2 days water. 3 days worth of supplies is pretty good. For now, that's what we want. Obviously, it's really good. SLS, I don't know what to make of it. Like, it's a cool rocket because it's big, and that's always fun. It's fun to see that they're actually fuel cell array, stock RO configs. How much does this weigh? This weighs nothing. That's ridiculous. This weighs something. It's fun to see it, you know, up and going and doing its thing and actually existing. But how do I feel about it? It's a big rocket, it's a cool rocket, it's a powerful rocket. It's more powerful than the Saturn V, which is kind of crazy in that it has less capacity to send stuff to the moon, which kind of I find bizarre, but that's what you get when you use big ass solid rocket motors. They're heavy, they're a lot of power, but they're not the most efficient things. I just don't. My biggest gripe with SLS is actually not the rocket. It's all of the political implications behind and the mandate that NASA was given to, you know, build a rocket using all the existing technology from shuttle, you know, shuttle derived stuff. Jupiter was like that, and there's another one I forget that was like that as well, and then, you know, Constellation. So it's a cool rocket and everything. It's not, I mean, it doesn't compete with the private sector anymore, because when Starship and New Glenn start becoming more regular things, which is a matter of a few years, how obsolete is SLS going to look when you have to build the whole damn thing from scratch and throw it away every time and like launch once a year to 2 years because that's all you can afford? Like, it's just, in that sense, it's dumb, but that's me, you know. Spaceship One is what again? I don't remember. I'm trying to attach this. I'm going to use, here's what we're going to do. Payload 057 tons. We'll use this. Watch this. We've got the crew transfer tunnel node, and then we can get a bunch of nodes. We've got a bunch of nodes on the sides here that we can use to attach stuff afterwards, like the fuel cell. SpaceX rocket, yeah. I mean, obviously, boom. And then we'll hide this inside. So I'm just using that for, there we go. Like that. I mean, obviously Starship is going to be, if they get it working right, they're gonna have issues because it's a huge challenge, but you know, they made it work in the past, so I'm not too worried. Obviously Starship is going to be the one to beat. Like, it just is, right? Because nothing will have the capacity that it has. So we've got this here. Dump the water. Why is it not producing? Well, saying it'll just be used. Milestones, like, it's not quite the same, but obviously you don't have, like, for Apollo, it was this really kind of unique time where there was huge social, political implications to get this thing done, right? So that's why the whole nation as a whole was really somewhat united to get this thing done. Obviously, there was, not everybody agreed with it. A lot of people saw it as a waste, blah blah blah. But I mean, it wasn't the same political climate, you know. It was decades in the making, really. We're also going to need, I don't know why we are not getting, that, where is, we've got, we need pressurization. Scrubbing is good, that's fine. So scrubbing is good. We need pressurization, so why can't I, there we go. What? Fuel cell. How much is this? This puts out what? 750 watts? You know what? This guy weighs 106 kilograms. It's kind of heavy. 75. Damn it. Can we make it work off just the one? Because I like the fact it's kind of slim and flat. Chemical plant. ECLS. What is this again? Does this give me what I need? I'm trying to figure out why it's not pressurized. I don't remember why it's not. Did I miss something? Real fuels we can close. Habitat. Maybe this guy needs to be different. Scrubber and scrubber. Do I not? I've got oxygen. Do I need liquid oxygen as well? What does this guy do? Life support. None. Scrubber. KO2 scrubber. Pressure control. O2 pressure control is what we need. So we'll do that. We'll grab one of these and we'll make them. I think I had done this on that the first Gemini probe we sent to the moon. That external science module had this setup as well. I remember that now. This is going to be liquid oxygen, remove tanks, remove tanks, remove tanks. There we go. Tank UI. Liquid oxygen is, where is it? Here. No, that's hydrogen. Boom. There we go. Now we're good. Now we're good. How long is that oxygen going to use? Going to last? Perpetual. It weighs 35 kilograms. I think that should be fine. So what we'll do that. Ah, damn it. Why don't you? Ah. How big is this thing? This is 3/8. So we're going to do this one last final thing before we, for now, call it quits. But yeah, I think this is going to be good. I think ultimately in the end we're going to have something interesting. And the biggest thing for me is this doesn't need to be high pressure. So we'll save some amount of weight on that. I need it to be a lot smaller. MLI. MLI layers is going to make it last forever. Liquid oxygen, 31 units. That will give us a long duration, and that just weighs 37. So we'll bring it down just a tad, actually. 35. 25 kilograms. That should be enough, and then we'll put this guy maybe on this side, and then this guy's gonna come down, something like that. We'll figure it out. I'm not sure why it's not. Why is it not producing any? Anyways, we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. But anyways, you get the idea. You know, it's starting to take shape. Obviously, we've got a lot of work to do still, but we will get there. For now, it looks still very much weird, but so it is. So it is. It'll definitely look like, I don't think I've seen anybody else do that. I think pretty much everybody kind of just sticks with the pre-made stuff, which is fine. I'm not judging, but you know me and my obsession at building stuff. It's fun to do. It's a whole lot of satisfying. It's a very satisfying experience to do that. So we will keep this up, and I guess that's gonna be it for now. What about the actual, exactly, like you can't have a LEM look normal, because what's the point of that, right? Anyways, it was it was nice to see everybody again. Like I said, I will, regardless of what happens, regardless of whether or not I stream tonight or not, I will let you guys know. And yeah, thank you for joining, and potentially be seeing you guys tonight. Happy 2023. I'm excited about what we're going to be working on in the next episodes. I've got quite a lot of content already done for the thanks, man. I really appreciate that, Master. A lot of stuff has, episode 26 is almost entirely shot, filmed, so I've got one more mission that I want to do, and then we're gonna get into post-production. And what I'll do is I'll try and alternate in between some streaming and some post-production. I'm not sure yet if I'm going to stream the actual post-production stuff. We'll see. But regardless, right now we're building our LEM, and we'll see how that ends up working. And yeah, thanks for joining, everybody. And I've been Calvin Maclure, and I will see you later, either tonight or at a later date. Cheers, everyone.